Yeah, and I just want to stick on this because I kind of think we kind of glossed over it. In an X Spaces you did, you talked about OBJ bringing out OB P2OB so that Atiku will not win. Kind of didn't understand what you meant by that. What do you can you explain what you meant?
I'm a student of history and power.
Yeah.
I have followed meticulously the history of at least 7 presidents in Nigeria, starting from Babangida, followed by Shonekon, who was in power for 84 days before we drove him out, and then followed by Abacha, that's number 3, followed by Abdul Salam, that's number 4, Obasanjo, number 5, Yaradua, number 6, Jonathan, number 7, Buhari, number 8, 9 actually now with Tinubu. And I hope I become the 10th person, so that I can wipe all of their memories away from you. So what has always happened is that there's a power structure of people who believe they own Nigeria, and they truly do. If you look at how they have succeeded so far, so in the scheme of things, if you ask Obasanjo, who do you hate most between Asiwaju, Tinubu, and Atiku? He hates Atiku most because for him, Atiku was someone who had a dagger, who trusted in his chest but didn't kill him. For him, Atiku was Brutus. And when the opportunity came, they looked at it and said, what is the way these votes come in a way that we can overcome Atiku? That's Obasanjo now. And he decided maybe Obi might have been what we call a Manchurian candidate, a candidate who didn't know that he was being supported. I don't know if he is or not. So and they decided that, look, if the Southeast is left there without a spoiler, there's nobody who can defeat Atiku in Nigeria in this next election, because they barely survived Atiku during Buhari's second term, and that there's no amount of tinkling we can do. So let's bring in Obi. These young people already think he's a good guy. He's packaged them very well. And he would suck away or suck out the votes that could have gone to Atiku. There's no way anybody in the Southeast was voting for Tinubu. Nobody in the Southeast is voting for a candidate that brought a Muslim ticket in the Southeast or South-South. In the course of doing it, the Christian minority in the North lashed in on that and voted massively for Obi. Obasanjo's dream came to pass. But look at it, even the arrangement that INEC made, even in allocating the votes, Atiku, who barely campaigned because we were all presidential candidates, in those days, I once asked him, I said, why are you, that's why they say I'm rude. I saw him, I said, why are you still running for office? You could barely move. He looked at me and said, Sowore, just move, get out of my face. Because during the last election, if Atiku moved one leg, he would stop. Like he needed to catch
your
breath. He looked like, I think I tweeted about it, that he looks like a bag of cement that, had become spoiled. So how Atiku, without much campaign, was able to have 8 million votes? But if you were to add that to half of Obi's votes, Atiku, they wouldn't have been able to explain defeating Atiku in the election. Do Obasanjo hate Atiku? Yes. Now, does he hate Tinubu? He does. Does he hate Atiku more because of their unsettled problem when he was vice president to him? The other part is that the part of Nigeria who's like, we just had 8 years of a northern president. How can we go and vote for another northerner, regardless of? That was how the issue was solved. So when you hear people saying, somebody else was working for Tinubu, they are the ones working for Tinubu. And look at it. Who was Obi's campaign manager? It was chosen by Obasanjo, late Doyin Okupe. In fact, it was Doyin Okupe who contacted me to support Obi.
Wow.
And I tweeted about it at that time. And I told him, I said, never in your life should you call me again. So I said, do you not remember what you people did to Abiola? And I never heard from them again. But don't forget, in 2019, when I was running for the first time, Obi himself had called me to support them. And same thing that was my response. I said, so you mean after all these years of exposing Atiku, I will now come and join a corrupt ticket? Because we were discussing this now, a lot of Nigerians have small memory because that's the reason they don't teach history that deep. They don't, most of the people who are obedient now used to be articulated.
Of course, yeah.
In 2019.
Yeah.
And then they migrated to, most of them are these PDP, youth vanguard people. And I know them. So what I'm saying is that if you look at this, had the votes that went to be line fallow, Atiku is most likely to benefit from that bulk of votes than Tinubu. Tinubu wasn't even pretending, he wasn't campaigning in the East. They hardly went to, maybe Imo was the furthest they can go. Nobody wanted to hear their names, the APC people, because of the Muslim ticket.
Yeah.
And when Doyin Okupe died, do you know who chose Obi's next campaign manager? I said Obasanjo. He chose, what's this guy called? I forget now. Who was one of his spokesperson. The guy who was Femi Fanika days alter ego was chosen. Yeah. But at that point, Obi had already consolidated his internal group made of Ozigbo and Oseloka.
Yeah.
Those are his main people. So, and to capital, when Obi people started decamping, why didn't they decamp back to PDP? And all of them were going to APC, including Ozigbo.
Yeah, he's now in APC.
But they would never discuss it.
Yeah.
They would never discuss how Ikemba's wife became a minister under
APC.
under APC. But when you upload this broadcast now, they will tell you that you are working for Tinubu. Because that is the style, that's the strategy. To just maintain this constant lies against. It's actually how they believe they can cancel people. It's cancellations, like, this is as come as they've talked about to be. You would think that this whole conversation that we've had is about Obi. Yeah. It's a strategy.
Yeah.
Yes. It's their own constant strategy of blackballing everybody. So if you can't be blackballed with USAID, you'll be blackballed with working for Tinubu, or that you hate a certain tribe, or that you don't want Nigeria to be better because you are not supporting a governor who failed in Anambra State.
Yeah.
The question that they can never, ever answer tomorrow is when you say, please, take me to a school that will be built. Say, no, how can he be building schools when he was repairing the old ones? Okay, take me to a hospital or be built. He built hospital. They will lie to you that they saw one hospital he built, I told one of them one day, when Obi went to commission a borehole and did not, one small borehole like that. And I said to me, at that point, that's to tell you that Obi had the packaging, the fraud packaging came to its 360 degrees, started from somewhere, then there. Yeah. Because if you look at even what they supplied as part of their own argument that Obi did well, there was a time there was public water works. There's an Obi pumping out water from a public water works, fake water works project. Go and ask, where is it today? If it happened then, why are you building boreholes in 2023 or 2024?